Today was a no trade day, and I am so proud of that. I will tell you why in this video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Raven. This is Trade with Raven. I am a new trader. I've only been trading about a year. I am documenting my journey. If you are interested in that and you're a new trader too, please join, subscribe below. Okay, let's get into it. Why am I proud of a no trade day? I'm in this to make money, right? But sometimes sitting on your hands when the market isn't giving you what you want is definitely the right move. Okay. A lot of beginner traders, and I fell victim to this very much, they trade out of boredom or fear of missing out. Okay. But I didn't do that today, and I am so proud of myself. Wow. Here's what I did instead, and it really matters, okay? So one of the reasons I didn't trade is the market wasn't meeting my criteria. I mean, not a lot popped up on the scanners, first of all. I can't control that. I can only control the stocks that are trading in the market. Nothing on my scanner was popping up that met my criteria, okay? So my 5 criteria for stock selection that I get from Warrior Trading, I follow Ross Cameron. Those are, first of all, I wanted the price to be between $1 and $10. I wanted the float to be under 20 million. I wanted the relative volume to be 5 times the 50-day average, and I wanted the price to have gapped up more than 10% since the previous day's close. In addition to that, that's only 4. I wanted news. I wanted a good news catalyst. Okay, at least news. So some of the stocks that popped up today did meet my criteria for stock selection. That's the first test, okay? The first test is, does my stock meet those criteria for stock selection? If it doesn't pass that test, then it is a no-go. It's go or no. Okay, maybe in a hot market, I might play looser with those criteria, but in a cold market, no way. Okay, so I did live stream today, and you can go back to my live stream and see all of the stocks that I traded today, or I'm sorry, all the stocks that I didn't trade today. And you can actually hear my thought process as to exactly why I didn't take those stocks. Okay, so I walk you through every stock that pops up on my scanner. I walk you through my evaluation process, and I explain why I don't take each one of those trades. One of them right here, LNKS. Okay, this was one that popped up a lot. I will show you right here. This is just one example. Okay, one example here on the 1 minute. Let me show you on the 1 minute. It popped up, okay, pre-market. It popped up here, but the relative volume wasn't, it was below 5 times the 50-day average, okay? Popped up again, the volume still didn't meet my criteria. Then the MACD went red. Once MACD goes red, I am not trading, okay? Green means go, red means no. I've been burned too many times. Market opened, it popped up, it came down, it popped up, but still, it only popped up green on the MACD for this very small period, and I was only going to trade bull flag pullbacks because looking at my metrics for April, that was the setup that did the best. So after that, it just kept going down, kept going down, kept going down. Okay, so that's just one example, but you can see all of my non-trades and the psychology behind it on my live stream. So that's one thing. The first piece of today is that I was ruthless about stock selection and my technical indicators. There were a few stocks that met my criteria for stock selection, but the technical indicators were not all pointing in the same direction, okay, for one reason or another. The other thing that I did today was once I realized that today might be a slow day, I reduced my share size. And this is really critical because I am very slightly green on the week and very slightly green on the month. If I had taken a trade with full size, which would have been 500 shares for me, I would have risked 10 cents a share or $50. If I had taken one trade today and I had been red on that trade, I would have been red for the week and red for the month. That's how close I'm cutting it this time. And I wasn't willing to do that. So I reduced my share size to 100 shares so that if I did take a trade and it was red, I would still be green on the week and still be green on the month. And that's kind of to preserve my sanity and also it's part of risk management. I mean, I'm in this to make money, so I want to manage my risk accordingly. Okay. So that's really important. The other day, I also reduced my share size at the end of my trading session. I'm not sure if it was Wednesday, but when I was green and I didn't want to risk going red on the day. So I reduced my share size to reduce my exposure in the market and manage my risk accordingly. I don't think I ended up taking a trade at 100 shares because I didn't find one that met my criteria, but definitely reduce your share size if you feel like you're at higher risk. Absolutely. Okay, so let me just show you what that looks like in practice, okay, as far as reducing share size. Here on my active trader window, I normally have it set to 500, and all I did was set it to 100. Whoops. All I did was set it to 100. That way, I would have it ready because I use these buttons here, buy ask, sell bid, sell ask. So now I would have it ready to trade at 100 shares. All right, now let's look at my trader view. There was one other part of my no trade strategy today. Okay, when I went and looked at my metrics for the month, I saw something really important. So I'm using this tag breakdown feature, and I started tagging my trades recently with the setup that I'm taking. This is so embarrassing that I actually took a trade with no setup this week, but in any case, I took 45 trades this month so far, and 21 of them, close to half, were bull flag pullbacks. The rest of them were micro pullbacks, break over whole and half dollar, gap and go, break a VWAP, and there was this one trade where I lost my mind and didn't have a setup. But you can see that overwhelmingly the bull flag pullback was the money winner for me. If I had literally just stuck to bull flag pullbacks, I would have been up 7 times more, way more, like way more, 15 times what I'm up right now. I think I'm up right now $25. So look at the difference in sticking to the setups that are working and then going with other setups. If you're going to try a new setup, the best thing to do is to switch to paper trading to try the new setup. So I did have a little success with the break over whole or half dollar, but you can see overwhelmingly the bull flag pullback was my setup of choice. So I did see potential other setups today, not many, but a few, and I decided that I was just going to stick to bull flag pullbacks so that I could optimize my opportunity. I was going for quality over quantity. I was saying, okay, I'm going to trade less, and that can be boring, but I'm choosing success over that impulsive itch to just trade, okay? So I think it's really important to know, and I'm realizing the longer I trade, and I'm a new trader, the longer I trade, the more I realize that it's so important that you're able to have that discipline to not trade if everything is not in place. And it's okay to have a no trade day. Okay. Fear of missing out will really get you. Okay. One of the things that I love about my live stream is that it's really keeping me accountable. It's really keeping me honest. It's forcing me to stick to my criteria. And I love that. Thank you so much to all my viewers that popped on this week. It was so exciting. I did live stream last week for an hour, but this was my first week of live streaming every day. And I'm so grateful to all of you that came. I will be live streaming going forward, except when I'm traveling. I'm going to try, but we'll see. I'm traveling in 2 weeks, so I have traded on all my vacations. We'll see if I can live stream while I'm on my vacations as well. So I did have my last 3 trading days were green, and taking a reckless trade really would have wrecked that. I would have been so bummed. Like, I can't even tell you how bummed I would have been to have a red day today and have a reckless trade. So by sitting out, I really locked in my week. And I know it was small, but this is a tough market right now. So I am taking it and running with it. All right, so let me just do a quick little recap of the reasons why I didn't trade today. First of all, there weren't a lot of opportunities, okay? Second of all, the opportunities that presented themselves, some of them didn't meet my criteria for stock selection. The ones that did, those stocks, the indicators were not all pointing in the right direction, okay? So I exhibited discipline by not trading when the indicators were telling me not to. I also reduced my share size, and that way if I did take a trade, I gave myself I was exposing myself to less risk. Okay, so the final point is that I want you to think of trading as a long game, okay? And we don't want to over focus on profits and losses. We want to focus on improvement and building our technical analysis skills and building our watch time in front of the charts so that we can become better and better. But we want to look at the profit and loss because we're in this to make money, and also that is helping us reduce and manage our risk. Does that make sense? Okay, so no trades today, but I will be doing my Friday post over on Substack, wrapping up the week, focusing on my weekly goal of volume, and I will be posting educational content on Saturday and Sunday, and then I will be back Monday live streaming. Let's see what happens. So have a great weekend, and I will see you then. Trade smart.